All right. So a friend of the channel, Kevin, said, Clan the Spurs fan, did you see this on Stephon Castle? Well, my friend, I have not. This is going to be a blind react.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, guys, don't skip this part. Don't skip this part. Please, 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 please go follow, subscribe to Spurs Invasion. This is my second channel. I will be doing more scripted, edited content on it. I already uploaded 2 videos, one of which is very new, like a day ago by the time of this recording. So go subscribe, man. Go subscribe, check out the videos. Let me know what you think. Please leave some constructive criticism. You know, if you have any, if you just love it, then cool. If there's something that bugged you, tell me, and you know, I'll try to take what I can or what I think is good advice. I took a lot from this video. I had some people telling me like, oh, you know, the volume was a little too high, or you know, some other things. Like, oh, the video was too close up and everything, and I try to implement it into this video. So just let me know what you think. I'm still trying to find my style, but I do appreciate all the love nonetheless. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. Did you see this? No, I didn't. Let's see here. So this is Austin Rivers.
In this draft, there is not a player.
All right. Okay. Is it playing? Okay.
That can get around a screen on defense like Stephon Castle. This dude is a defensive menace. Should have seen his highlights in that national championship game versus Purdue. Those guards didn't stand a chance, bro. Those guys were out there just hoisting shots because they couldn't get around him.
Yeah.
And he was like that all tournament long.
And like you said, when in a weak draft like this, you see a guy with that kind of
potential. You can motivate. The offensive package is going to come. Guess what? He's going to be in an NBA gym with NBA players and NBA trainers every single day.
What do you think Kawhi Leonard looked like when he entered that?
Exactly.
You know, entered the draft? His offense wasn't there. Now they call him the Robot Jordan.
All Jimmy Butler was at a Marquette was this.
Yeah.
Freak athlete, could defend, had a knack for like knowing how to win, which we all know Jimmy is still done now. He's like carried in Miami for the past however long. He's a guy that his offensive development, it came. He wouldn't shoot and turn around fadeaways at Marquette. In his early days with the Bulls, he was a cutter.
You never would have thought he was going for 40 in the playoffs.
No, he was a cutter. He was a slasher. He was always around the rim. He stayed in the dunker spot. He was like doing all these little things, picking, rolling. Like he was a Swiss Army knife essentially. And this draft,
that's really good. That was a really good take. Look, I have a ceiling for Stephon Castle, and if you want to know what that is, it's in this video on Spurs Invasion. But I'll tell you this right off the bat, though. I agree with everything that he said here. When it comes to like the skill of being a great defender. One thing that's kind of frustrates me is in this last draft, first off, it's not that strong of a draft for first and foremost. Okay. Everyone knew that. But one thing that did irk me was that it was quite a few people like calling or just saying like waving off like players like Stephon Castle and other players that might have struggled from shooting. And let me just say this. Okay. Shooting is a skill, okay? Not everybody, you know, is going to end up being Steph Curry if they work on their shooting, but it's definitely a skill that you can develop. It's definitely a skill that many of players have been able to develop, and it's a skill that the San Antonio Spurs themselves have done a great job of developing. But a few things in players' games you don't see change too drastically, right? That's basketball IQ, that's defense, that's heart, winning mentality. Like these are the type of things that that kind of stick with you, right? If you already have them early in your career, they stick with you. But shooting isn't one of those things. Like, yeah, maybe, you know, you'll always be a good shooter. But if you don't have the basketball IQ to know, you know, how to take those shots or whatnot, it can look pretty ugly. Like you can look at someone like Johnny Davis, for instance, in college. He had some impressive showings, right? But once he got to the NBA, it's like, it's a lot of things that's holding him back. That's not on his side. So all I'm trying to say is Stephon Castle has a lot in his bag. With him being 6'6", a great defender, great rebounder, high basketball IQ, winning mentality. He's patient with the ball. Has calm demeanor. All of these things could come together and accumulate into something special. And I hate that people like just waved him off, you know, early on. It wasn't a ton of Spurs fans or anything. But I feel like a lot of people would have been more happy if it came down to it, having Dillingham over Castle. And I do not agree with that at all. So like I said, high ceiling, but even if none of that works, right? Even if his 3 just minimally improves, I think at the end of the day, he's a solid do it all guard, something in the likes of maybe even a Derek White, right? Like something like that. So that's a W regardless. I think the Spurs did a good job in choosing him, and our other players are great as well. But look, I'm going kind of like a tangent now. All I'm trying to say is I agree with everything that he said here. Jimmy Butler is a kind of a weird comparison, but I do get it. I understand it. So you guys let me know what you think. What do you think Stephon Castle can be? Have you watched him when he was playing at UConn? And just overall, I'll read some of your thoughts on our boy. Now, before we close it out, subscribe to Spurs Invasion. I'm gonna keep like plugging this channel. If I don't do it, no one's gonna do it. So I gotta plug my channel. Yeah, guys, go subscribe to Spurs Invasion. I'll give it to you guys later. Link below, but by the way, under this video is in the description. All right, guys, I'll give it to you later. Bye.